Hey guys, all right, so I'm home, I'm alive, things went well. So I just want to do a quick update of the actual surgery day and what all entailed. I didn't end up getting any footage, unfortunately, and you'll understand why when I tell you kind of what it was like coming out of surgery. Had a little bit of a scare. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll talk about all things day of surgery. Alrighty, so originally I was told that I was going to be the second person of the day. And you know, it's going to be more like 11:30 check-in, 12 o'clock check-in, somewhere around there. Well, I got the call the Monday before surgery. Surgery was on Tuesday the 26th. Saying that my surgeon changed her mind and wanted me to be the first person of the day. So that meant a 5:30 a.m. check-in time, which then also meant that I had to wake up at 1:30 a.m. and take the, drink the Gatorade and then also take a shower with a special body wash. And so obviously it was a really early morning. So I went to bed, I want to say it was like 8 o'clock. I decided to take a sleeping pill and go to bed early. It was just a unisom, so nothing too crazy. And then I woke up, drank my Gatorade, took a shower, woke my husband up, and then we went on to the hospital. So pre-op was super like slow actually, and felt like it dragged on forever. It was 2 hours long, so I was in the pre-op area, and surgeries didn't start until 7:30. So we got to the pre-op area probably right around, like, I would say I was changed, washed with the little cloths that they gave me, and laid in the bed by 6. And a nurse came in and was talking to me, the anesthesiologist came in, my surgeon came in, her resident came in, and a whole lot of people came in to talk and sort of just make sure I knew what I was there for. They were doing the right thing. I didn't have any health concerns. Nothing had changed. All of that fun stuff. And yeah, then we wheeled on back. The anesthesiologist gave me a little something. She was like, you'll feel a little tired, a little relaxed as we're, going into the room. I'm like, okay. I remember going into the room and all these people were working on things like around me, but I couldn't really like look up and like look around. I just remember like hearing and seeing people all around me, and then I don't remember anything else. I was out. I remember saying goodbye. And then waking up, apparently my surgeon talked to me, the anesthesiologist talked to me, don't remember any of that. The first thing I remember was like excruciating chest pains, and they kept asking me, the nurse was like, what's going on? Like, how you feeling? I'm like, my chest hurts so bad, like my chest. And they were a little concerned. Obviously my husband was concerned. They ordered an EKG and a chest x-ray immediately, and turned out that's just where I felt all of the gas. Some people feel it in their shoulders, some people feel in their necks and their backs. I felt it all in my chest. So luckily all of that came back clear, good to go. They asked me if I wanted to try and go to the bathroom and get up, but we were just about to go to my room. So I was like, I'll just wait till we're in the room, and then I have a bathroom in the room and I have to like go down the hallway. So we got to our room, or my room, and I went to the bathroom, which was awesome. I mean, this is like hours after surgery. And then I got up and I walked, I remember, halfway down the hall and then came back to the room. Pain was pretty bad at this point. It hurt, obviously. It was, I think, mostly the gas pains. And as I started moving around, that started kind of getting through and flowing. And so that really does help. Like when they tell you to walk, like they mean it, they mean walk. So at this point, I'm sipping on some water, drinking some ice chips, haven't had any food. I didn't have any food that day except for she opened a couple pills onto a spoonful of Jell-O. But after I ate that spoonful, like, I didn't want any more. I was like, no. Can't put anything in my mouth right now except for water. I just want water. I remember just feeling so parched. Like, I had cotton mouth. I still am. And then the next morning, my husband didn't end up staying with me because I did have a roommate, and she was super obnoxious, and the people who came to visit her were obnoxious. So it was kind of like in and out of sleep. And then obviously the nurse is coming to get your vitals and give you medication all night long. And then the resident for my surgeon had rounds at like 4:30 a.m. So she woke me up to check my incisions and asked me how I was feeling. So the fact that I was able to go to the bathroom and get up and walk that first day, they were super happy about, and said that I could probably go home that very next day. So only spend one night instead of the planned 2 nights. So the next day, my sole goal was to try and eat something. I wasn't hungry. I still don't feel hunger in my stomach. So I'm just gonna have to set timers, and I'm just intuitively eating right now when I think I should eat. But I ate a yogurt that morning, but then all of a sudden I finished the yogurt. It took me a good 15-20 minutes, but I looked down and I'm like, oh shit, it's 6 ounces, and I ate the whole thing. And so I was really concerned about that. So I asked my surgeon, asked the dietitian about it, and those are considered, a yogurt as a slider food, so it's gonna go through you very quickly. It's not like eating meat where it's gonna sit in your pouch and digest and break down, and therefore you feel full. So that makes sense that I don't really know what feeling full feels like right now. So I ate that, and then I ordered a tomato soup but for lunch that day, but I could only take like 2 or 3 bites of it, and then I was just like, I don't want food right now. I didn't feel nauseous or anything, and I luckily, knock on wood, have not felt nauseous and have not thrown up, so that's really positive. And then I was discharged. I kept walking. I think I did, I did 8 or 10 laps around the hospital, and I read on a sign that 18 laps was a mile. So I was super close to that. I think if I had stayed another night, I would have gotten, at least 10 more, if not even more than that, because I had just been feeling much better. So that was exciting that we got to go home. Obviously you feel more comfortable at home. I had a hard time sleeping the first night just because I'm not a back sleeper. I'm actually a side or a stomach sleeper. So that was rough. Second day, I really just have been sitting around. I get up and walk every few hours around the house. Yesterday I did finally go outside and walk around our cul-de-sac twice, so that felt really good. It's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna go and do that again. But yeah, things have been really well. No complications with the surgery. The hospital stay was great. The experience was great. No bruising really from the IV. She did a great job first try. I would say, if I had to rate the experience from a 1 to 10, I would say, 9 or 10 for sure. The only thing that kind of sucked and lagged was the time leading up to the surgery, but I also understand that they have to cross all their T's and dot their I's, so that makes sense that it would take longer. So things that I took to the hospital: I did not wear my robe. I did not use my abdominal binder that I had from when I was pregnant, because I didn't realize that it's not breathable. So the one that I have on, I'll show you guys in a minute, it has little slits in it and is breathable. So this one has been better. The incisions themselves don't really hurt. It's just the larger one that hurts. And I think that's actually mostly because there's an internal stitch. She's told me connected to that one. So you can feel like the pulling. And I think just subconsciously I'm tensing my abdominal muscles, and that's when it hurts. And so I'm really trying to focus on like, no, just let it all hang out. You know, relax your stomach, let it hang. So as of Friday, today's Sunday, as of Friday, I got off the Oxy during the day, and I've just taken it at night, the last 2 nights. And that was really positive because Friday afternoon, bowels were moving, things were happening. So I was really happy about that, because I was getting a little worried, like, you know, 5 days in and you still haven't, which the doctor said is totally normal. It could go longer than a week if, you know, with some people. So I understand that, but for me, like, I'm a very regular person, so that was a little concerning, and I just felt icky. So I'm glad that, you know, things are moving, things are going. I'm trying to think of what else, really, like, you know, make sure you have someone who can help you put socks on, put shoes on. You know, my husband's been helping me, you know, shower and dry off every night. He's a freaking saint. You know, I could probably get away with it on my own, and if you didn't have someone to help you out, you could probably do it, but it would just take a lot longer and it'd be a little harder. So I would definitely recommend have people around you. I have been focusing on water intake and protein and my vitamins. They told me to only focus on water, but like, I have time and I am lucid and I'm awake, and so why not track all of it and start taking vitamins. They said I didn't need to worry about vitamins for this first week, but I want to start building my habits now, because I'm going to take vitamins 4 times a day for the rest of my life. So I don't want to, you know, come back home and be starting all these other routines and eating habits and that sort of thing and not be taking my vitamins. So that's something that I'm working on. And I went on to just Pinterest and downloaded some vitamin trackers. So I'm gonna play around with those and see if I can make it my own. Otherwise, let's go on Etsy and like buy, you know, a cheap printable from somewhere, and set like alarms on my phone. But yeah, so without further ado, I will show you guys my stomach here. So the incision sites, like I said, don't hurt all that bad. Here's the abdominal binder, so you can see, you know, it's very breathable. It's got the mesh, and then this is stretchy. So yeah, this is what we're working with here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the largest one. This is the one that hurts the most. And you can kind of see it's going away now, but I mean, it was like way indented. It was like really weird looking when I first got home. I took some pictures, so I'll post those. But yeah, there's just some surgical glue over each of them, and you know, you can see the nice bruising starting. I'm definitely a bruiser, so I was expecting that. But yeah, not too bad for, you know, only what, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, only 5 days out. I finally today broke below my pre-surgery weight. So the day before I went in for surgery at home, I weighed 223, and then I went in that morning and obviously had clothes on and drank the Gatorade and all that jazz, weighed 225, and this morning I weighed 222. So that's exciting to, you know, see the IV fluids coming out, because when I got home, I do believe I was 231 or 232, something like that. which, I mean, is going to happen when you're on IVs for 2 days. And they told me that's why you just need to pee and move to kind of get all of that stuff out. Your body is essentially going through a little bit of a detox after all that medication and IV fluids. So yeah, like I said, things are going really well. I feel really good. I'm in good spirits. Pain is totally manageable and not too bad. Yeah, so I will let you guys know kind of what that 1 week update looks like. I have a doctor's appointment on my 1 week mark. Excuse me. And yeah, I'll let you know kind of what the doctor says and the dietitian says and how things are going from there. I know I'll still be on liquids for a minimum of 1 more week, if not 2. So that's not really going to change, but if you guys have any, you know, yummy soup recipes, link them down below, because yeah, there's only so many, you know, liquids that you can take in without things starting to kind of get a little bland. I mean, not that I'm even hungry right now, but I'm sure, you know, in a week or so, I'm going to be like, I want food. I want real food. Give me flavor. But who knows? We'll see. I'm trying to just take it 1 day at a time and yeah, enjoying every moment of it. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.